Hello everyone, welcome back to the new topic of human resource management, and today we will start with the new head of HRM, that is HR policies and strategies. Policies are meant to provide framework for an organization with which consistent decisions can be made. It promotes equity. HR policies set out obligations, standards of behavior, and document disciplinary procedures. HR policies are the framework or guidelines by which the employee of an organization are managed. That is, the HR policy provides a framework within which organizations' decisions are made. HR policies promotes the discipline within the organization as it provides a outer framework within which the strategies are made. For example, leave policy, code of conduct, employee wages, maternity and paternity leave policies, termination policies, grievance policies, award and recognition policies, dress code of an organization is also a part of organizational policy. And nowadays, work from home is also a kind of organizational policy or HR policy. Even the communication policy are also set within the organization. Some organizations also follow the non-discrimination policy. On the other hand, strategy is a plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall aim or objective of an organization. Strategies is a future-oriented plan for interacting with the competitive environment to achieve organizational goal. It is a framework for managerial decisions. Strategy is an action that managers takes to attain one or more of the organization's goal. Strategy results from the detailed strategic planning procedure. A strategy is all about integrating organizational activities and utilizing and allocating the scarce resources within the organization so as to meet the present objective and future goal of an organization. Therefore, strategy is a blueprint of decisions in an organization that shows its objective and goals. Strategy is a future oriented plan for interacting with the competitive environment to achieve organizational goal. As we know that the external environment is very dynamic and it is very competitive because there are so many other organizations which are very competitive in nature and their aim is to earn more and more profit, and these organizations are in the same or similar kind of business which makes them competitive, and strategy are the plans which are future oriented, and these plans are made for interacting with the competitive environment so that we can achieve the organizational goal. Therefore, strategy is a framework for managerial decision. According to Chandler, the determination of the long-term goal and objectives of an organization and the adoption of courses of action and the allocation of resources necessary for carrying out those goals. Strategy is the determination of the long-term goal and objective. Long-term goals may be of three kinds, that is short-term, mid-term, and long-term. Short-term goals are made on weekly basis. Mid-term goals are made for 1 to 2 years, and long-term goals are made at least for 5 years. Therefore, strategy determines the long-term goals or objective of an organization, and the adoption of courses of action and the allocation of resources necessary for carrying out those goals. That is, determining the kind of actions which are necessary to take, and how effectively we can allocate the resources so as to minimize the wastage of resources, so that we can effectively and efficiently achieve the directed goal or the planned goal. We can understand policies and strategies in a way that policies provide a framework or the guidelines under which strategies are made. Strategies focus on long term objective of an organization, and in these long term objectives we have small small objectives or goals. These small targets are called tactics. We can say that the strategies of an organization are made under framework or guidelines of policies. These strategies are long term oriented. Therefore, it has small objectives or goal. These small objectives or day to day work, which ultimately helps to achieve the organizational goal in long run, are known as tactics. For making these strategies, the HR strategy maker tries to understand the internal environment of an organization as well as external environment of an organization. For that, he does a SWOT analysis. SW focuses on the internal organization and OT focuses on the external organization. S stands for strength and W stands for weakness, that is strength and weakness of an organization. O stands for opportunities and T stands for threats, which are external to the organization. As the external organization is dynamic in nature, for this every organization makes a different strategy, and no two organization has a same strategy. These strategies are very competitive in nature and they directly focuses on the achievement of organizational goal. Therefore, HR strategy is based on organizational strategy. The HR strategy focuses on all the key area in human resource. These includes recruitment, learning and development, training, performance appraisal, compensation, and succession planning. Strategy has three fundamental characteristics, that is forward looking, organizational capability, and strategic fit. The forward looking function is concerned with both ends and means. Strategies define long term goals, but they also cover how those goals will be attained. Forward looking matlab future orientation, that is it is concerned with both ends and means. Ends means goals, means are the way by which these goals are achieved. एंड मीन्स गोल है हमारा कि आने वाले 6 महीने में हमें अपने प्रोडक्शन लेवल को 50 लाख प्रोडक्ट से हमें इंक्रीज़ करना है। तो इसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, हमें ज़्यादा वर्कफोर्स की ज़रूरत होगी, हमें अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी की ज़रूरत होगी, हमें कॉम्पिटिटिव ह्यूमंस की ज़रूरत होगी जो इफ़िशेंटली और इफ़ेक्टिव वे में काम करें। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होगी कि इस एंड को या इस गोल को अटेन करने के लिए जो हमारे मीन्स हैं वो काफ़ी इफ़ेक्टिव और इफ़िशिएंट हो, जिनके थ्रू हम इन गोल को हम इन फ्यूचर अटेन करेंगे। तो स्ट्रैटेजी जो है लॉन्ग टर्म गोल को तो फोकस करती है, साथ ही में वो ये चीज़ भी देखती है कि हम किस तरह इन गोल्स को हम इन फ्यूचर अटेन करेंगे। द सेकेंड वन इज़ ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कैपेबिलिटी. Organizational capability of a firm depends on its resource capability. Therefore, it is a resource-based view. In this context, Penrose claims that the firm is an administrative organization and a collection of productive resource. To him, फर्म जो है वो एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या होता है? जहाँ पे हम ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं और सुपरवाइज करते हैं इन अ वे इन विच एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और इंस्टीट्यूशन फंक्शंस एंड अ कलेक्शन ऑफ प्रोडक्टिव रिसोर्सेज. ठीक है, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हमारे पास जो भी रिसोर्सेज, चाहे वो ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज हो और चाहे वो नॉन ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज हो, दोनों ही रिसोर्सेज ऐसे होने चाहिए जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा प्रोडक्टिव हों. According to Warnerfeld, strategy is a balance between the exploitation of existing resources and the development of new ones. According to him, strategy जो है एक balance है between the existing resource and the development of new ones. मतलब कि जो existing resource है हमारे पास, जो human resources at present हमारे पास हैं, उनकी जो skills धीरे धीरे ऑब्सोल्यूट होती जा रही है और जो न्यू स्किल्स जो हम अब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, इन दोनों के बीच में बैलेंस होना चाहिए. ऐसा ना हो कि हम अचानक से कोई भी स्किल को हम ऑब्सोल्यूट कर दें और अचानक ही हम किसी दूसरे स्किल को हम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ले आएँ, या अचानक से हमने कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी को हमने अचानक से बंद कर दी और अचानक ही हमने दूसरी टेक्नोलॉजी का हमने यूज़ करना शुरू कर दिया. ठीक है, तो ये कोई एक सडन चेंज नहीं है. हमें धीरे धीरे एक रिसोर्स को छोड़ते हुए धीरे धीरे दूसरे न्यू रिसोर्स को हमें अडॉप्ट करना है, या डेवलपमेंट ऑफ न्यू रिसोर्स हमें करना है विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. द नेक्स्ट वन इज स्ट्रैटेजिक फिट. द नीड व्हेन डेवलपिंग HR strategies to achieve congruence between them and the organization business strategies within the context of its external and internal environment. Strategic fit expresses the degree to which an organization is matching its resources and capabilities with the opportunities in the external environment. This matching takes place through strategy, and it is therefore vital that the company has the actual resources and capabilities to execute and support the strategy. That is, there should be a strategic fit between the employee and the job. The aptitude of employee, the attitude of employee, its job requirement should be matched with the job. That is, right person at a right place and on right time. This is done so as to meet the external requirement of the organization. According to Rickardson and Thompson, a strategy, whether it is an HR strategy or any other kind of management strategy, must have two key elements. That is, there must be a strategic objective and there must be a plan of action. Strategic objectives are the huge picture goal of a company. Strategic objectives are usually some sort of performance goal. And to achieve these goals, there must be a plan of action. This plan of action directly helps us to achieve the strategic objective of an organization. From our discussion, we can conclude that strategy is significant because it is not possible to foresee the future without a perfect foresightness. The firm must be ready to deal with the uncertain events which constitute the business environment. Strategy deals with long-term development rather than the routine operation. That is, it deals with probability of innovations or new products or new methods of production and new markets to be developed in the future. Strategy is created to take into account the probable behavior of customers and competitors. That is, strategy deals with the prediction of the employees' behavior. We can conclude that strategy is a well-defined roadmap of an organization. It defines the overall mission, vision, and direction of an organization. The objective of a strategy is to maximize an organizational strength and to minimize the strength of the competitors. In short, we can say that strategy bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go in the future. Before moving toward strategic HRM, let us know more about strategy. Strategy is the direction and scope of an organization over long term, matching its resources to its changing environment and, in particular, its market customers so as to meet stakeholders' interest. That is, strategy provides the direction to the organization. It provides long term scope to an organization. It also helps in matching the resources with the changing environment, particularly the market and the customers, so that the stakeholder interests are met. Stakeholder is a party that has an interest in a company and can either affect or can be affected by other businesses. The primary stakeholders are investors, employees, customers, and suppliers. And strategies are made so that the interest of these stakeholders can be met. For example, interest of customer is that they get valued product so as to get the value for their money. Likewise, interest of employees is to get the satisfied job and a handsome salary. The interest of suppliers is to receive their prompt payment. As the strategy provides direction and long term scope to an organization, the strategy is mainly concerned with the first, the scope of an organization's activity, which means whatever activities we are performing within the organization, its scope is long term or short term. It should be long term because strategies are made on long term basis. The second one is strategy is mainly concerned with matching the activities of an organization to that environment in which it operates, whether it is an external environment or an internal environment. The next concern is resource implication. We know that there are 5M in management, which is money, man, material, machine, and market. We should have proper planning, implementation, and control strategy for these 5 elements. Each resource has different implication on our strategy. Therefore, we should have a sustainable vibrancy so that we can have long-term implication to these existing resources. The next one is operational decision. Strategy is mainly concerned with the operational decision, as whatever strategies are made at the higher level or top level are ultimately implemented by the operational level, and the operational level shows the main role in adopting these strategies. These are routine decisions. Even the scope of operational decisions are short term. The next strategy concerns with the value and expectation of stakeholders. And stakeholders are our customers, our employees, our investors, etc. And the last one is strategy is mainly concerned with the long term direction. This is because we cannot change our strategy very frequently. That is why strategy is concerned with the long term direction. Now moving toward the next topic, which is criteria of an effective HR strategy. A strategy is effective only if you have linked up your strategy with your objective and the means. And if the HR strategy is effective, then it will satisfy business needs. It is founded on detailed analysis and study, not just wishful thinking. एक इफेक्टिव एचआर स्ट्रैटेजी बिजनेस नीड्स को सेटिस्फाई करता है और ये स्ट्रैटेजीज डिटेल्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल एनालिसिस के बेसिस पे बनाई जाती है, ना कि कोई भी विजुअल थिंकिंग के बेसिस पे. डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस मतलब इंटरनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की एनालिसिस प्लस एक्सटर्नल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की एनालिसिस, जिसमें आ जाता है हमारा स्वॉट एनालिसिस, स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस of an organization and opportunity and threats of an organization. Strength and weaknesses are internal to an organization and opportunities and threats are external to an organization. इन एनालिसिस के बेसिस पे हम एक इफेक्टिव एचआर स्ट्रैटेजी क्रिएट करते हैं. द नेक्स्ट वन इज इट कैन बी टर्न्ड इनटू actionable program that anticipate implementation requirement and problems. तो जो भी एचआर स्ट्रैटेजीज़ हम बनाते हैं उनको एक्शंस में लेके आना ज़रूरी होता है, और इनको एक्शंस में लेके आने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, हम एंटिसिपेट करते हैं हमारी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन रिक्वायरमेंट्स या प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हो सकती हैं. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है स्टाफिंग की. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के पास अंडर स्टाफ है कि ओवर स्टाफ है. अंडर स्टाफ है तो हमें और इंडिविजुअल को रिक्रूट करना पड़ेगा. ओवर स्टाफ है तो एडिशनल स्टाफ को हमें ले ऑफ करना पड़ेगा, निकालना पड़ेगा. जो भी स्टाफ हमारे पास प्रेजेंट है उनकी एट प्रेजेंट कॉम्पिटेंसीज क्या हैं. अगर हमारे स्ट्रैटेजी से वो कॉम्पिटेंसीज मैच करती हैं तब तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज अपने स्ट्रैटेजी के अकॉर्डिंग हमें कॉम्पिटेंसीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में लेके आनी पड़ेगी. जो हमारा स्टाफ है वो मोटिवेटेड है कि नहीं. नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम हमारी हो सकती है रिटेंशन रेट या टर्नओवर रेट. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हमारा फोकस होना चाहिए रिटेंशन रेट पे. स्ट्रैटेजिक प्रोग्राम्स को एक्शन में लेके आने के लिए हमें एंटिसिपेट करना पड़ता है इम्प्लीमेंटेशन रिक्वायरमेंट्स और प्रॉब्लम्स को. द नेक्स्ट वन इज इट इज़ कोहेरेंट एंड इंटीग्रेटेड, being composed of components that fit with and support each other. इसका मतलब कि जो भी हमारी एचआर स्ट्रैटेजीज़ हैं वो लॉजिकल, कंसिस्टेंट और इंटीग्रेटेड होना चाहिए. इसमें वो सारे कंपोनेंट्स होने चाहिए जो पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रैटेजी में फिट बैठें और एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करें, चाहे वो कंपोनेंट एम्प्लॉय रिलेटेड हो या जॉब रिलेटेड हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, राइट एप्टीट्यूड ऑफ एन एम्प्लॉय towards his job, right attitude, right job requirement, etc. So that we can place right person at right place on right time. The next one is it takes account of the need of line managers and employees generally, as well as the organization and its other stakeholders. Therefore, an effective HR strategy takes into account the need of line manager and employees, as well as the organization and other stakeholders. Because the line manager and employees are the stakeholders which helps in implementing the strategy from higher level to the operational level, and therefore their needs and requirements are kept on the first priority so as to minimize the hindrance in implementing the strategies at the operational level. Now moving towards the levels of strategy, and the levels of strategies are divided into 3 levels, which are corporate level, business level strategy and operational level strategy. That is, the strategy can be formulated at 3 levels, which are corporate level, business level and functional level. At the corporate level, the strategy is formulated for organization as a whole. Corporate strategy deals with decisions related to various business areas in which firm operates and competes. At the business level, strategy is formulated to convert the corporate vision into reality. And at the functional level, strategy is formulated to realize the business unit level goals and objectives using the strength and capabilities of the organization. There is a clear hierarchy in the level of strategy where The corporate level strategy is at the top, the business level strategy is present in the middle, and the functional level strategy being formulated out of the business level strategy, which focuses at the lower level of an organization. The corporate level strategy is influenced by the mission of the organization. It addresses the issues like overall scope of an organization, how to run in structural and functional terms, how resources are allocated to different operations. The corporate level strategy defines the business area in which your firm will operate. It deals with aligning the resource deployment across a diverse set of business area, related or unrelated. Strategy formulation at this level involves integrating and managing the diverse businesses and realizing synergy at the corporate level. The top management team is responsible for formulating the corporate strategy. The corporate strategy reflects the path toward attaining the vision of the organization. For example, a firm called Tata have four distinct lines of business operations, namely tea, steel, automobile, and telecom sector. The corporate level strategy will outline whether the organization should compete in or withdraw from each of these lines of businesses, in which business unit investment should be increased or decreased. For example, in summer season, the Tata Tea decreases its investment in tea, but in winter season, it increases the investment in tea. Or at the time of festival, the Tata company gives huge discounts in automobile sector, but in normal days, it does not give such discounts. The next level of strategy is business level strategy, also known as competitive strategy. This strategy is adopted by an organization in order to have strong market position. The business level strategies are formulated for specific strategic business unit and relate to the distinct product market area. It involves defining the competitive position of a strategic business unit. The business level strategy formulation is based upon the generic strategies of overall cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. For example, the Tata firm may choose overall cost leadership as a strategy to be pursued in a steel business, differentiation strategy in its tea business, and focuses in its automobile business. The business level strategy are decided upon by the head of strategic business unit and their teams in light of the specific nature of the industry in which they operate. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे कि टाटा फर्म है, वो अपने टी के बिजनेस में डिफ्रेंशिएशन स्ट्रैटेजी का यूज़ करती है. ठीक है, डिफ्रेंशिएशन स्ट्रैटेजी मतलब टाटा कंपनी की जो टी है वो अदर टी कंपनी से कैसे डिफरेंट है. फॉर एग्जांपल टाटा टी में अदरक और तुलसी है या फ्रेश लीफ से बनी हुई है. ऐसे ही स्टील के बिजनेस में वो फोकस करती है ओवरऑल कॉस्ट लीडरशिप में. ओवरऑल कॉस्ट लीडरशिप मतलब कि इससे कम कॉस्ट में और कोई स्टील अवेलेबल नहीं है मार्केट में. एंड अपने ऑटोमोबाइल सेक्टर पे वो फोकस करती है. द थर्ड लेवल ऑफ स्ट्रैटेजी इज ऑपरेशनल लेवल स्ट्रैटेजी और फंक्शनल लेवल स्ट्रैटेजी. These are adopted at the functional level or at the operational level. The functional level strategy relate to the different functional area which strategic business unit has, such as marketing, production and operation, finance and human resource, etc. These strategies are formulated by the functional head along with their teams and are aligned with the business level strategy. The strategies at the functional level involves setting up short-term functional objectives, the attainment of which will lead to the realization of business level strategy. फंक्शनल लेवल स्ट्रैटेजीज़ जो है बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रैटेजीज़ के बेसिस पे ही बनाई जाती हैं और इनका मेन एम क्या होता है, बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रैटेजीज़ को या उनके ऑब्जेक्टिव को अटेन करना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी ऑफ अ टी बिजनेस विच इज़ following the differentiation strategy may translate into launching and selling a wide variety of tea variants through company-owned retail outlets. This may result in the distribution objective of opening 25 retail outlets in a city and producing 15 varieties of tea may be the objective of production department. For example, the marketing strategy of a tea business which is following a differentiation strategy may translate into launching and selling a wide variety of tea variant through company-owned retail outlets. This may result in the distribution objective of opening 25 retail outlets in a city and producing 15 varieties of tea may be the objective of a production department. The realization of the functional strategy in the form of quantifiable and measurable objective will result in the achievement of business level strategy as well. Now at the end, we can summarize that the corporate level strategy defines the business area in which the firm will operate. It involves integrating and managing the diverse businesses and realizing synergy at the corporate level. Here, the top management team is responsible. At the business level strategy, it is decided upon by the head of strategic business unit and their teams. And at the functional level strategy, the strategy is formulated by the functional head along with their team. It involves setting up short-term functional objective and it is aligned with the business level strategy. Now moving toward the last topic of today's lecture, which is strategic human resource management. Strategic human resource management is essential when it comes to managing people. It is a competency-based approach for management of human resource. It focuses on developing human resource for sustainable competitive advantage. And the focus of sustainable competitive advantage is long term. Strategic HRM is the practice of attracting, developing, rewarding, and retaining employees for the benefit of both the employee and the organization as a whole. That is, it is a win-win strategy. Strategic HRM is the linking of human resource management with the strategic goal and objective to improve business performance and to develop organizational culture that foster innovation and flexibility. The human resource management involves the use of different techniques, which includes the personal techniques, the structural techniques, and the cultural techniques. The personal techniques involves the hiring, promoting and rewarding of employees. The structural techniques involves organizational design and the cultural techniques involves building and maintaining high performance work culture. We can say that strategic HRM is an approach that defines how the organization's goal will be achieved through people by means of HR strategy and integrated HR policy and practices. स्ट्रैटेजिक HRM एक ऐसी अप्रोच है जिससे हमें पता चलता है कि हम किस तरह ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के गोल को अचीव कर सकते हैं और इन गोल्स को हम अचीव करते हैं ह्यूमन रिसोर्स की मदद से. इन ह्यूमन रिसोर्स के लिए हम HR स्ट्रैटेजीज़ बनाते हैं और ये HR स्ट्रैटेजीज़ डायरेक्टली इंटीग्रेटेड होती हैं HR पॉलिसी एंड प्रैक्टिसेस से. Strategic HRM is the pattern of planned human resource development and activities intended to enable an organization to achieve its goal. We can summarize it as the strategic human resource management is a connection between a company's human resource and its strategies, objective and goals. The aim of strategic human resource management is to advance flexibility, innovation and competitive advantage, to develop a fit for purpose, and in order of strategic human resource management to be effective, human resource must play a vital role as a strategic partner when company policies are created and implemented. Strategic HR can be demonstrated throughout different activities such as hiring, training, and rewarding employees. Strategic HR involves looking at ways that human resource can make a direct impact on a company's growth. HR personnel need to adopt a strategic approach to develop and retain employees to meet the need of company's long-term plan. The benefits of strategic human resource management is increased job satisfaction, better work culture, improved rates of customer satisfaction, efficient resource management, proactive approach to managing employees, and it also boosts the productivity. Therefore, strategic human resource management is important for each and every company. That is all for today's lecture. For any query, you can post your question in the comment section. Thank you, class.